What's up, guys? So I'm here working on the ECTO-1 at a fairly kind of challenging step here. So I'm on the interior here, really buttoning it up. The last part is this dividing wall. This right here. Let's turn it. So this guy, it's almost in place. You can see there's still a gap there. But I have these blue wires, which are running to the ceiling lights. And these wires have to run underneath the edge of the wall, under here, up behind all this, and kind of tuck away a little bit now. They do have to go like there-ish. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, I don't think... No, I guess I can cram more of it up under here to make my life easier. So the instructions show to make sure that you get this low enough, but don't pinch the wires. And then they'll run under the track up to here. So maybe I gotta do what I can to cram them into here. It's kind of difficult. There's also the space back here, but I can't utilize that. There's no gap to run the wires. After I get that in there, basically it's time to grab the rest of the chassis, which is over here. Pretty much unplug all of this stuff, run it up through the hoses onto the roof, and then meld the body and chassis together. And it's pretty much some of the hardest steps that I've been wanting to do. It's down to the wire, pun intended. But yeah, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this. Because the one thing the instructions really don't ever cover is that none of the wires are the length that they show. They're usually longer, like way longer. And you've got to find somewhere to tuck away all the wiring, such as right in here, where that's all tucked away in the wheel well. And that is where the connections will be going out from the blue tubes up to the roof. But like there's five wires right there. You got all the wires up here in the front. That's all got to be taped down out of the way somehow. Further in the instructions. And it's like they give you either too much wire or not enough wire. The other thing is, at least with the roof lights here, I might have had them backwards. It was very unparticular about which one went where, and one is longer than the other. And then, of course, you have to think fourth dimensionally when assembling this thing, because usually you're working from the flip side of something, and you put it down into place. So it's a little confusing. But then also, when I get to the point that I have to put this thing on top of that thing, it's going to be really confusing in my brain hole. Just making sure everything's where it is. Because, like, there's certain clearances. They even tell you to put a particular screw in. Like, so... Like... I guess... Yeah, this... So, they give you a wheel well for the one side that is over there. You put a single screw in place ahead of time. And then later on, as you're assembling the whole thing, you kind of stick this thing in there, and it's just kind of held in place by friction and sort of being set on top of said screw. It's weird. I don't know. I already had to replace the entire passenger door because they screwed that up initially. They accidentally put the different year model door, because that's a thing, and put the mirror here. I've got the original one here. So it's not supposed to have a side view mirror. It's supposed to be mounted up on the fender. So they had to send a whole new door. Had to disassemble the door. Put all that back together yesterday, and it's about as good as can be expected realistically. And then even after all of this, I have to take off stuff off of that, including an entire wheel. And then once you get to that point, you got to tuck all the wires away and stuff like that before you completely assemble it. So this is where I'm at. Just kind of a nightmare. But anyway, I just really wanted to do that update because I don't have any other videos going on. So that's that.